Hello, what is up, guys? Welcome back to my new podcast, The Chronicles of the People, where we tell the stories of people who've gone through hard things in life or just had a difficult life in general and want to speak out about their experiences and everything they've had to go through. Today, we have a very special guest called Lena Younger. How are you doing today?
Yeah, I'm doing great. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. I'm really excited to get started. Do you have anything else to say before we get started here?
No, I heard you have some questions for me today.
Yeah, we have a few questions today about everything you've had to go through when you moved into the neighborhood and everything that has led to it. So let's get right into it. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready for the questions.
Okay, so first we get started with the basic thing. How did it feel moving to an all-white neighborhood?
Before we get started, I just want to say I'm happy to be here. Thank you for doing this.
Yeah, of course. Anytime. You are welcome anytime to our podcast. So how did it feel moving to an all-white neighborhood?
Just to say, they are not really nice from the beginning. They never really fully accepted us in the neighborhood, which is something that me and my family kind of expected. But the way I was treated was kind of surprising.
Yeah, I can imagine it was surprising because, you moved into a new house expecting to, at least a few people to be welcome, just so that when you get there, you're just treated poorly, right? So like we were mentioning, they didn't treat you right, and they just were really bad people on the way they treated you when you moved there. So then, what was the reason? Why did you decide to move there then?
Well, pretty much I just wanted to give my family a better life, and if that meant moving into a neighborhood where everyone is not going to accept you, but we will be able to finally live comfortably, and we didn't have to share a bathroom with the whole floor, we were ready to make that sacrifice. Plus, being able to give Travis an actual garden where he could play, and where he didn't have to sleep on the couch, and where we had an actual window leading to the sunlight.
Yeah, I can imagine that was a drastic change in your life, having to move from a really small apartment, because I saw pictures of where you used to live, and it was bad, right? It was really bad.
Yeah, it was really, really cramped in there, so
well,
that's why we wanted to move.
Well, it's nice that you were finally able to find a better place to live on, right?
Yeah.
So, we were mentioning that they haven't treated you well. The people there haven't treated you like the human beings you are. But how have they been ever since you moved there? Like we mentioned how they didn't want you there when you first moved. But how have they treated you ever since?
Compared to how they were treating us when we first moved, we can say at least there was some progress. Even though they still don't want us there, a lot of people have accepted us moving here. And they just leave us alone. No yelling or anything, just minding their own business. But then there's the people that still don't fully accept us, like Mr. Lindner.
Yeah, I can imagine with Mr. Lindner that it's never... he's never gonna be able to fully accept. I heard that he did at the beginning, but he's not fully into the idea of that happening, right? Yeah. So tell us then, with everything you've had to go through, all the things that your family had to go through since you moved here, would you ever move back to your old place, even after all the racism you've had to go through here?
No, I wouldn't. It was a lovely home, and I love the time that I spent there, but I gotta move forward. And this house is just too beautiful to pass up,
Yeah, I can imagine it.
It's a beautiful house.
Yeah, I've seen your house. It's definitely a lovely home that I can imagine you're happy to live there now, right?
Yeah, other than some of the people that treats us there.
Yeah.
It's all good though.
Yeah, I can imagine. And how is it then?
And we actually have more space for everyone on the house instead of being all crowded together on one small living room.
Yeah, because I saw pictures like I told you earlier, and I saw how small the kitchen and the living room was the exact same place, right?
Yeah, it's pretty much really, really crowded.
So I can imagine it's really nice finally having that space for yourself and your family without having to be all cramped up together. So why do you think people had a hard time accepting you and your family moving into the neighborhood?
I guess they just couldn't accept my people like the color of our skin,
Uh-huh.
I guess. And they thought that we were like always the problem for when like crime starts because of the color of my skin.
Uh-huh.
Or when in reality, me and my family are just trying to have like a good life and just be comfortable where we live, just like everyone else in this neighborhood, you know?
Yeah, I can imagine. You're just trying to live a normal, simple life, and then you have all these people trying to move you out for doing nothing. You literally did nothing, and they're trying to kick you out for no reason, which is pretty messed up, like, from their part, right?
Yeah.
So, Lena, once again, thank you so much for coming into the program.
Yeah, no problem.
It was lovely being able to meet up with you and talk about all of this.
Yeah,
So,
love to be here.
Yeah, I can imagine it was lovely. So, yeah, I guess I'll see you guys on the next time. Before a quick word of our sponsor. NordVPN. NordVPN is a great VPN that can help you connect to different locations in the world. So if you want to watch Netflix in Canada because they have The Office, you can do so quickly with a click of a button. Click the link in my bio for a quick 3-month trial. So yeah, guys, once again, thank you so much for listening to my podcast, The Chronicles of the People, with our special guest Lena Younger, and I'll see you guys on the next episode.